Nobody. But this is what you are doing. How many of you say cannot? It can, in some cases it can. But if you look at it realistically, it is not the parents and children interacting at this level. Long before they can interact at this level, the parents themselves must have an interaction. The root is the parents themselves. So we look at the Buddhist way. The Buddhists look at the holistic way, in a circular way. We look at it in a circular way. The parents themselves must live a happy, harmonious, enjoyable, purposeful married life. The parents themselves must have that. If they themselves don't have it, their children won't be in that environment. So in our Buddhist way of looking at it, we look at it holistically, and that's why the circle is always very prominent in Buddhist teaching, because it is inclusive of everything. It is not a lateral relationship. Before you can talk about family, that is to be established. If that relationship is okay, the children are in an environment where the parents are, in that wonderful relationship. And surely the children won't have a negative attitude or emotional problems, psychological problems. You don't bring children if they have anger. You don't bring children if they have all kinds of emotional disturbances. Because it could be from the home itself, from the parents themselves. Because they are the products of the parents. They are the products of society. Never blame a child. The child is innocent. The child is pure. So we need to tackle this part where the father and mother's relationship is to be established. Once that is established, the son and daughter must be encouraged to have a wonderful sibling relationship. And that bonding should come from when they are children. So if from small age they are bonding together, that is a wonderful sibling relationship that we must encourage. This we cannot have if we don't spend time, energy and effort. We must provide that. We must encourage this kind of relationship where the brother and the sister are bonding to each other. It won't come naturally. It will never happen. All these things require effort. We expect it to happen. We expect it to just take place. It doesn't. There must be a conscious effort of bonding. And then the family spirit is there. Siblings are close, parents are close with the children, children are close with the parents. So that interactive dynamism is very, very essential. Bottom line is, it does not happen automatically. You have to provide all kinds of opportunities. Take them out somewhere, mix with some other children, show children who are having this. Very consciously you have to do it. Yes, sister?
Just like what you said, if the parents not in harmony, that will affect
automatically.
So is that divorce a better way of educating the children?
Okay.
Because since if like I said it's quarrel altogether, so then if let's say divorce is no more quarrel, so is that will be better for the children?
Yeah. Good question. There is no better, there is no perfect answer. Because in each relationship, it's a unique relationship. You have to understand the setting. Is it irreconcilable? It's gone so hopeless and so horrible. It cannot be reconciled. Maybe that's the answer. But each one is an individual case. There is no one size fits all in this kind of situations. In these kinds of situations, there is no one answer for everything.
Become better or worse.
If through counseling and through maybe listening to my talk they can change, then there's no more problem. And many has happened that way. Because nobody has given them different insights to look differently. After all, what are we struggling for? What are we struggling for? How am I going to be happy knowing that this is, the problem is me? I am the problem. Because I want my name. There's no way I'm going to compromise. I'm so used to my golf. My golf is more important than my wife. How can that be? So I'm unrealistic. So I have to go through a deprogramming. Program myself in a different way. What are my priorities? What do I want? My friends more important? Or my karaoke more important? What is important? I ask myself. So I have to deprogram the problem. So each problem, sometimes the wife is the problem. She is beautiful, the husband not so handsome, then problem. That's why sometimes they say the best wife is a wife who can cook well, not a beautiful wife. Because beauty is skin deep and temporary. She will not remain the same beautiful woman all the time. But wife who can cook, she will be cooking all the time in food. These are old Chinese sayings, but very true. Very true. And youngsters, they always look for beauty, because that is what is going on. But we must see beauty in the personality, not a physical beauty. Okay, beauty, yes. A person can be a beautiful person without being beautiful physically. The Buddha taught all of these things, and I teach children these things. I teach young children that beauty is not in the looks. You can have the most beautiful flower. I teach this to young children. So from small they know what are the real values and what are the real permanent things. I teach them that a flower that is beautiful, bright, attractive, but has no fragrance, the birds, the butterflies and the bees won't come. But a flower which is not that bright and beautiful but has got wonderful fragrance, the insects, the ants all will come and pollinate this flower and become a fruit. Similarly, children, you can be the most beautiful girl, the most handsome boy, but if you don't have virtues, if you don't have kindness, if you don't have compassion, all the good character things, nobody wants to be your friend. You can be the richest in the class. You can be the most handsome. You won't have as many friends as the one who is not so handsome, but beautiful in character, wonderful in nature, has all the kind, wonderful qualities that we try to build in this child. That person will be the one who will be very, very popular, very, very liked in the class. Everybody wants to be their friend. You teach them from small. And this is the parent's duty to teach from small. This book is a powerful book on education. I'm not going to talk about it. There's so many things to talk. I'm not going to talk about education. Another day I will come to talk about education. How we teach children from small. Not apple orange. Not apple orange, no meaning. But they're teaching the wrong things. The child has not seen an apple tree. You have not seen an apple tree. You learn apple orange. For 600 years we have been see for kind. See for care. How do you care for your parents? How do you care for your grandfather? And I take this lesson to the house. I just don't teach. I make them do it. Oh, they're so proud to come and tell me in the class, I did this. Teacher, I did this. I did that. This I did. And they're living it. They're alive. Not just memorize A for apple, B for boy, C for cat. We'll talk about it another day, but this is very powerful on why education system has failed. Our education system has failed completely because it is all on just knowledge base. They don't develop the character, they don't develop the affective and psychomotor levels. We'll talk about those things, affective and psychomotor levels. And they do not make the child become what they know. They just know only. Like the doctor, he knows smoking is bad, but he is smoking. Look, what's the use? So this is the challenge that parents will have to face. We need to now develop that particular case, as I said, there are many, many cases and each is unique because you're talking about two separate personalities. Even I and you as individuals, sometimes I don't understand myself. Right or wrong? Sometimes you do things and you say, why did I do that? Why did I get angry? You already got angry. Why must I be so grumpy? Sometimes you're not even aware that you're grumpy. We don't understand ourselves. We do a lot of mistakes. Why should we do the mistakes? We are not perfect. We don't even try and correct ourselves. So I don't understand myself. Not in the strict sense. I do understand myself, but in the perfect sense, I don't understand myself. Why I'm so crazy spending so many hours of these kind of things and get scolding from the wife, you didn't do this, you didn't go market, you didn't do that. Doesn't matter, just listen to her voice. But if I react, then it becomes hot, becomes an issue, becomes an argument, and I will say the wrong thing, then she gets so angry, maybe not cook my meal or something like that. When you have two people, my wife is different from me. She has got different, she wants to go to the movie, she wants to see TV. I hate to see TV because so many hours are wasted. And every day, same old crying, same old quarreling, all the same, but still see. And some absurd things happen, you still see. But how can I change her? I can't change her. I have to accommodate her. I can slowly influence her. Yes, this number book is very nice. You also recommend it. But I can't change her completely. I must respect her. So when you are dealing with two different personalities, totally sometimes different, sometimes luckily they are, having common areas, all kinds of situations, different likes, dislikes. My favorite color is pink, her favorite color is blue. No, you don't want to quarrel about it. Okay, you like blue, I wear blue one day or something like that, make you happy. It doesn't hurt me, but I accommodate. So this is a very difficult situation. But we are not taught these techniques. We are not made mindful. We don't even think. When I got married, I didn't even know any of these things. Unnecessarily, I got into situations. But it's too late. But if you're mindful, you avoid these situations. And you get better plus factors. You do something else to enhance. So these things we need to teach. And it is our responsibility as parents and youngsters to know these things before we get into these situations. Any other questions? Yes?
How should I communicate with my husband? Because his culture and my culture is different. The way we teaching children also different.
Yeah.
So how to solve this?
Wonderful. How to solve this? He's not here.
No.
That is the first step you have to take. If he was here today, I guess.
He don't understand English well.
Doesn't matter. You go home and explain to him. But when you look at what he is talking and what he can get some vibes. And then you explain. Because if you start telling him, he will think, who are you to tell me what to do and what not to do?
Because he was thinking that I also brought